Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ruth. If you're seeing this beautiful face for the first time on my channel, I share my own experiences as a foreigner living here in Germany. I share information about African in diaspora, and sometimes I just want to have fun. I think I forgot to mention that I'm a Kenyan currently living here in Germany. And on today's video, as you can see, guys, we have a very handsome guest. And today we are going to talk about, I know it's a very controversial topic. He's not ready for it yet. We are going to discuss why most Africans in diaspora don't go home to get a spouse. Are you ready? So before we start talking about this topic, I'm going to let our host introduce himself first.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me start by saying thank you very much, Ruth, for the opportunity. It's not every day you come about a huge blogger like you and inviting people like us to your channel. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Samson Onoja Itodo. I am the founder of Afrobeat Journey. I'm a writer, I'm an author, playwright, and a poet. This is one of my books here, and this is my book. If I have the opportunity to advertise it, my book is called The Rainmaker, and I have the Bunker Laboratory here. My channel is Afrobeat Journey, which is on YouTube, Instagram, and all other platforms. We into media stuff, interviewing, and then sending publishing stories about the Afro communities in Germany and in Europe as well. We like to tell positive stories and let people know that there are a lot of positive things happening in the Afro community and want to counter the negative. And we are also the organizers of the Afrobeat Music Award Germany, ABMAG. You can find us on Instagram. It's ABMAG, ABMAG. And also we are the organizers of the Afro Bloggers Convention in Germany here, where we bring bloggers from all over the world and we deliberate on the issues. And we have the conferences. It's an annual thing. We have it once in a year. So that's just about it.
So guys, you've heard he has an amazing channel. I would urge you all, if you're watching this video today, or if you're a member of Ruth Kim's channel, please go check out his channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and hit on the notification bell icon as well. So that you can be notified every time he uploads a new video. We have also done a video on his channel where we talked about the au pair program and everything that you need to know about au pair. So go check out that video as well. So I know he's not prepared. He didn't know I'm going to bang him with this topic, but I know he has an idea because he did a video. He did a similar video like this one, but on why most of them go and pick spouses back at home. So, Samson, are you ready?
I'm on my mark already, so I'm ready to go.
And guys, before we start, we know I said most, but we also have those Africans who does that, who go back home to bring their spouses. So don't throw stones, yeah? Me, I'm a very small one, and if you throw stones, throw them to Samson. Me, I'm very tiny. So let me start. I think why most of them don't do it is because the process itself is very, very expensive. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's very, very expensive. I think it's not cheap.
Yes, it's very expensive, and especially if you're a guy and you want to go and bring a wife, the family back home expects you to do like everything. They expect you to do a lot.
Yeah. It entails taking care of the entire family. It's like it's an extra cost, an extra family that you're taking care of. Apart from yours already, you're fending for your family. When I mean family, I don't mean your wife and your kid. I'm talking about your whole
the
family.
Whole village, the whole entire
then
family.
You're adding an extra one to it, and then it's very, very, very strenuous. The stress of you don't know what this person is doing back home, and there are a lot of this. It's always a lot of back and forth. It's really, really stressful. That's why so many people are thinking twice. And also the mentality. You know, you're dealing with somebody, when you're at somebody's down there and you're here, you have a different wide mentality. The difference is really wide. The way they see things is different from the way you view things here. And it's really a lot of issues in between that really stresses you out.
Yes, one might think because we are both from the same country, maybe Kenya, or Nigeria, we have the same mindset. But let me tell you guys, the one who is in Europe or in the US or wherever they are, they think differently from the person who is in Africa. And it also took us time. For example, me and Samson, it took us time to adjust to the system, like 4 or 5 years. And when you invite someone to come and join you, you have to be ready. You have to be ready and have the patience to wait for them to catch up, to adjust. And if you don't have this patience, it's very tiresome and very straining. That's why Samson talked about the mentality.
And also, when I mean mentality, sometimes people misunderstand things that is happening in Europe here. Sometimes most people go back to Europe and they are looking fresh because of the weather and because of there's not too much stress in traffic here and there's no dust in the atmosphere. So you look a bit more relaxed, your face is looking fresh, and then you go back home maybe with your 1,000 euro and you change it and the money doubles in Africa and there and you're spending money because it's this holiday feelings that you have when you go back home, then you spend freely and because people look at you that you're a bit in a place where you can get more money. So you spend money and you meet a girl there, she sees you in that point, in that mindset at that particular time, then they think where you're coming from, so they start expecting too much. So finally, when you succeed in bringing them back here, and then they come and see this person, that this person is doing a kind of cleaning job or is not what they expect, or is living in a single room, because I don't know, maybe some of them expect you to be living in a mansion. Yeah, and they see you're living in a single room, or even if it's a 2-room, they expect you to have a big car or some stuff like that. So the shock also there, they feel disappointed. It happens that they feel disappointed, and then there is always strain on this relationship from the onset because of all these things that are happening that they didn't expect.
But I think when it comes to the mentality of people back home or of the spouse back home thinking that we have money, it's because we gave them that idea. We go on the street, we see a Porsche or a Range Rover, we post there and make a picture. Or we go to those beautiful houses, we go out there and make a picture. So those houses back at home, they get that idea or that picture of that posh life that we are living here in Europe.
But not only that. Not only that. In the media have not just we taking pictures. The way Europe is being sold, it's heaven and Africa is hell. Understand me? So no matter sometimes when we go back and tell them the truth, if you try to tell them the truth, but it's not what you think it is, they still don't accept. Most of the time, people don't accept. They say, okay, if it's not good, why don't you come back?
Yes, and it's because of the mentality and the expectation. When they come here, most of those relationships don't work. Yeah, do you agree?
Yeah. Because of this whole thing shapes how the relationship is going to work. They have this mentality. They come, they are shocked at what they see, and then they start misbehaving before they realize that, okay, this is how the system is. And then they want to do right. They have already eliminated the other partner already. Because of their shock, their attitude towards the partner changes. There's always a miscommunication. So the partner is surprised. I brought you here, I spent all this money, and you're being so cold to me, you're treating me like this. When this thing continues after a while, then the partner is pulled away from that other person, and then there is always a distance already. So before the new partner that comes from Africa realizes the mistakes that has happened and want to do right, sometimes it's too late already. They're far apart.
And let me tell you something else, Samson. Especially I have friends in the US, especially guys, they are almost turning 40s or they are on their 40s. And every time I ask them, hey, why are you still single? Why are you still not there? The family life. most of them talk of bad experiences. Like when you said about the mentality and the expectation, now when you go there and you realize that this is not what I wanted, this is not the marriage that I expected to have in the US or in Europe. So they start looking for people, for friends. They start being influenced by those people who are already in the system, and mostly they meet up with bad friends. They are going to be told, like, if you become a good single mother, you have more advantages, especially in the US. Like your husband is going to pay you like child support. So they end up even messing up those guys' life, because in the US, if they start a fight and they call police on you, as a guy, you're going to be dealt with. In the US, women have power than men. And then they are going to deal with you. You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose yourself, because you're going to lose yourself as well. And then you're going to be put on child support. Those women are going to go away from you, and you're going to be put on child support. Have you heard of the same issues as well?
Yeah, I haven't heard the stories of even that the people get fucked up. Sorry, I'm using the word. People get so strained up to the extent that they now resort to killing each other. And then I've heard different stories, and we've seen videos that have told such stories. It's really, really very horrible pictures that videos that you see sometimes, and it's a pity that I don't know. It's really, but that does not mean that we don't have good stories coming out of people going back to Africa to pick their partners. We have had some good stories also, but the bad stories are too much. Too much of these bad stories, and it's really.
Yes, and another thing is, so many guys who are already in diaspora, they are afraid that they are going to be used. They are being taken advantage of, because when you're back home, everybody or most people want to move abroad. And the moment you get a guy who is abroad, you're not 100% sure if this person is just there to exploit you, take advantage of you, use you as a visa, or here in Germany, we call it paper. So most of them they are scared, because they are not sure if this is genuine love or it's just a way to move abroad.
And that's just the case anyway, because definitely if you leave Europe here and go back to Africa as a guy, most of the girls you meet always come up with the story. I just broke up with my partner and all the stuff like that. So the story is just like everybody meet at a particular time are just breaking up with their partner, or suddenly in love with you, and then it's because you're not stupid. You know these things, and then at first you want to believe, but along the line when you continue speaking to this person, you start, there are mistakes and then little lies here and there that you start discovering, and you're like, okay, you're not even sure. Sometimes, most of the time, the guy tries to make excuses for the lies and the things you see, and say, okay, probably when she comes over, she's going to change. And then they end up bringing them over, and some people are just living together and not really being happy. But that doesn't mean there are no good stories. There are good stories. There are people who did that and they're happy with their life. So we can't tell.
I've realized, guys, that Samson keeps on saying we have good stories. Yes, we have good stories. And one thing I would like to say about this fear of being exploited is that love has no guarantee. You can even find that spouse here in Germany or wherever you are, or in the US, but there is no guarantee that person is going to stick by you. So take your chances. If you have someone that you are connecting with back at home, go grab them, go bring them. Love has no guarantee.
Definitely. You cannot base your own issue on other people's stories.
Yes.
Follow your own path. If your path works for you, good. But if you're basically thinking because this person's home didn't work, mine is not going to work. But as well, in where we are here, there are also a couple of good women out there that one can meet, and then if it works, it works. Sometimes one needs to take chances. If you don't take chances, you don't know.
So another thing that most people don't bring their spouses here, it's because it's a lot of work. You end up, the one who is in diaspora end up being a teacher and a secretary to the person who is coming.
And you almost get bankrupt sometimes.
Why? Yes. Why did I say? Yes, because why did I say like a secretary and a teacher? Because you're going to be a teacher to this person. You're going to have them integrate and get into the system. And sometimes you're going to do even those tiny little things like reading letters for them. For example, if you're coming here in Germany, the person does, even if they have the basic German language, they cannot be able to read like deep German letters or something.
And the letters are actually different.
Yes, and when it comes to teachers, when you're teaching someone, you want them to be better. And when you realize this person is not getting better, you start having a tone. You start talking with another tone, like, hey, we expect them to get what we are saying. And sometimes maybe it's not so easy for them. So we start getting this conflict, especially if the person who brought the spouse is a lady. Yeah, you know, the guy is going to start feeling like you're, like you're demanding them to do things, you know.
This thing is really, and also sometimes you bring this spouse, you know, and also the pressure from the family back home. They come into this country, they are not settled, and then the family from back home start putting pressure on them. They need that, they need that, they need that. And then the man, either if it's the man or the person here already, is already taking care of the partner, then the added responsibility of taking care of her own family. Because if the family back home is putting her pressure, if she's not happy, then you're not happy.
Yes, and that's actually something else, because when you bring someone from home, like Samson said, the pressure from back home, maybe you are supporting your own family, and then you get another family on top of yours that you need to support. So this is also a pressure. Like most people are like, why don't I get someone from here instead of going back and bring someone who has another baggage? You know, they come with a baggage on top of it. And before the spouse gets a job to be able to sustain your family that you have created with her and her family back at home, it's going to take time.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you're going to have your own baggage, your own family, and his or her family on top of it.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. And we all know how it is in Europe here, because you're just working to pay bills here in Europe. So then an extra bill. So you're already overwhelmed with the bills you're paying here. Most people are having one debt or the other. And then the added baggage from the family back home is really sometimes it's terrible. But the women also feel the pressure when they have a spouse come from Africa. Do they have to take care of the family also home, or do they look at them? Oh, this is a lady, this is a woman, it's a different story.
Yes, as a woman, it's a bit difficult. I have gone through the experience myself, so I'm talking through experience, because when this guy come from back home, they have the mentality, and you know, back home, the man is the head of the family. But this is something that the two of you has to be prepared for before you start the process. You need to be prepared, because as a lady, you are already in the system. You know how things go. So as a guy, you have to be prepared that at the beginning, things are going to be different. You're going to be fed. Everything is going to be done. So you have to be prepared. And when two of you are prepared, it's very easy. It's very easy. But sometimes, like I said, when a teacher is teaching and the child, you see like the child is not catching up well, you end up like trying to.
I'll try to understand in the area from an African man's perspective. You know?
Yes.
When you're living with your wife, somebody you're supposed to be your wife, you know that you come over and then she's trying to teach you, and sometimes you become overwhelmed because you think, come on, I'm not that dumb, or you're trying to direct my life, or you're trying to take over are you the man of the house? So these things becomes there's always a fight in between in this area of and it's an issue. Because if you're not careful, the man will misunderstand, and then it arouses a lot of contradictions and then misunderstanding, because we African men, we want to hold on to we be the man of the house.
Yes,
So,
and most of the time when you push a guy, you as a woman, you're pushing them to make them a better person or to help them get into the system. But when you push a guy, they feel useless. They feel like they are good for nothing, worthless. So it's not easy, especially the other way. But as a man, when you bring a woman in, it's very easy. And something else.
It's not very easy also. It's not because sometimes, women had a lot of this, their mood swing, and sometimes you are going through your stress and you come and she expects you to understand why she's feeling this way. Maybe it's a problem from Africa and something, and you don't really understand. You are there like, talk to me, and she wants you to go through the process of, and you are supposed to know that this is, I don't know if you don't talk to me.
Yes.
So it's a lot of, it's not easy also. It's not easy. I think because for men, I think there's more pressure because they expect you to be the man.
Yes.
Because I'm looking at this like for women, the family back home might not pressure him too much. He has not started work. They will not expect the wife to start taking care of everything. But for the man is, they don't care. The man is supposed to do it. They are supposed to provide for the whole family.
And most of the time, if the guy is also well up down there or he had savings, then it's much easier as a man. As a man, you have to provide everything.
Yeah.
You have to do everything.
Even if you have your savings, that doesn't mean I want to spend my savings on.
Plus, as a man, you have to pay for that dowry. You have to marry them first. You have to do everything first before they know.
And you women that you want church wedding, you want court wedding, you want
traditional wedding.
You have all this.
Yes, my husband is in Europe or in the US, so let me get married.
And they want to have this big party with choosing different kind of clothes and all this design and all this design. They kill you, and then plus kneeling down to propose, you have to kneel down also.
Yes, you have to do it right, like the white people do, because you have been living there.
Yeah, you're European now, so you have to do like the Europeans.
Yes, you have to behave like one. So let me ask you something, Samson. There's this thing I saw somewhere that most women who have been brought here, especially from your country, from the Nigerians, because you guys do that a lot. The Nigerian men love their women. That's 100%. We know that for sure. And most of you guys go back home to bring your spouses. But so many women have been complaining. Maybe you don't know this, but I know because I'm a woman, that most of you bring them here to bear children. What do you have to say about that?
I think the story doesn't need to be generalized. Understand me? I think we'll take it individual, to be singular stories. No, we don't generalize. Well, I cannot speak for everybody, but for people around me that I know, I think most of them, when they bring their wives here, because we believe in one thing. There's one thing that, especially in the Nigerian society, we believe in it's a family unit, whereby you come. If you are a family, that means we are working for the betterment of each other. We are building together. The places when you see this relationship program comes in is when they are planning separately. Understand me? For example, now in Nigeria, I believe if I'm building a house for the family. If something happens today, the wife would have something to live up for or something to fall back on. If we're planning anything, we're planning together. So nobody wants to bring your wife here and just bring her here and just let her just be bearing baby. Because how do you work? How do you plan together? That's why most that come here always find an opportunity for while the wife can start living her dreams or building her own dreams. So we have issues like that, and we have various issues. There are so many things that happen. There are some women who come with their problems, and there are some men who are problems also. So the story is on both sides. I've heard stories of men who want to take the whole kindergarten and make use of the whole kindergarten, and then the wife goes somewhere, hears some information, and it turns into a different fight. And we have other stories of women who take part of the kindergarten and want to start saving money, and this money is supposed to be taking care of the family. And also, there are up and down stories everywhere. So that's why I cannot say basically say it's a you cannot say Nigerians. I would say individuals, because it doesn't happen only in the Nigerian community, it happens in other communities also. So it's just that we Nigerians are too much. There are so much Nigerians that if 1%, if a story is being told about 1%,
yes,
it looks like a whole nation.
Yes,
so,
but I just like the fact that you people love your own, and what I said when I saw that.
What do you mean by love your own?
You love like your own chocolate.
No, but Nigerians, there are stories of Nigerians marrying people from everywhere, like from Kenyans, from everywhere. Yes. The ones that come with the stories that Nigerians always marry their own, I always tell them, because you've been dating this man for about so many years now, and probably there are some issues you people are trying to correct. Like from us, there are a few cultural things that you need to be corrected. And I must tell you, Nigerian men are really dominating culturally.
Yes.
We are dominating culturally, and we tend to build the woman to how, if you're with a Nigerian man, he's always concerned about you growing your career and all this. So we bring that pressure with us within. And for example, East Africans, there are few differences between we and you. You people in East Africa, drinking is not a problem. For us, drinking is a problem. If you're drinking and you're getting drunk, we have a big problem with it.
Yes.
It's a huge issue because we are not used to people getting drunk in our country. Like if you're my friend in my country, I go out with you and you're drunk and you're messing up, I might not want to go out with you again. So, but when we come with that attitude to the East African community, some of them don't understand why we're seeing this as a serious issue. And they tell, from where they come from, it is normal. Drinking that much is normal, but for us, you might go to the bar and people are drinking, but you don't see anybody drinking and falling apart and being a problem. You drink as much as you can, but do not cross your limits.
Yes.
So we have a few of those kind of, there are a lot of different cultural issues that when you're dating in Nigeria and you're discussing this for too long, and he might be there waiting for you to make some changes. And then you refuse to make that change because you say, people always come with that idea, say, take me as I am. Nobody wants to take you as I am. You're supposed to meet in.
You're supposed to fit in and try to.
So sometimes you talk to them and say, take me as I am. I'm always constantly saying, nobody is going to take you as you are. You are just, and then you fit in the middle. Understand me? So, but when this person is waiting for you and say, you party too much, you go to you're every weekend out. You're every weekend coming back drunk. You go out on the weekdays. I can't stand that. After a point, and it's waiting for you to change, and you don't change, then they have a problem. So some of them, they basically go back to Nigerian women, whereby they say, okay, Nigerian women, one, most of them like to cook at home for their husband. Two, they don't party too much. Three, they don't get drunk too much. And four, family is really involved in the marriage. If you mess up as a part of the spouse, if I'm married to a Nigerian woman and I mess up, the family will call you back home. Your family will call you. Both family will call you because they bond together. So those are the things that partly affects people moving back.
Do you know why? Do you know what I said when I saw that comment? Like, so many people bring them here to be parents, to bear them kids. I was like, if you're a woman and you're married and you don't have your own say, then how is this guy supposed to help you? The only thing you're good at is being a family person. Then that's what you're going to do. But if you come here, you have identified yourself, you know exactly what you want in life. You want to be a mother, you want to have 3 kids, and you want to achieve your career, then I'm 100% sure that this guy is going to let you do that. But if you come here, you're just there waiting for your husband to tell you, do this, do that. And sometimes this guy is going to get tired and let you do the only thing you can, bearing kids.
Some people are not just career driven. Some people are not career driven.
And these are the same people who are complaining that the husband is only making babies. And this is the only thing they are good at. They are not saying, they are not talking, they are not saying what they want.
But I don't blame them. The stories are always two sides. Anyway. There are some men who feel, I'm making enough money, You don't need to go out and hustle. Just, I want you to have full time and take care of the family back home. I can provide. There are so many men who do that also. So depending on how, from what angle this person is telling the story, if you say, I want to do this and my husband doesn't want to allow me to do this, what are the backstories? Let's hear the backstories. What is behind? Why? What led to that conclusion? I don't know.
Yes, and you said something very funny about food. Yes, I know you guys say most of the African women who are here in Germany, most of us don't know how to cook, or we knew how to cook and somehow it ended up in the system of oven. So I know when you get one from home, food is going to be there every day. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but not only that, I've seen girls here who, in Europe here, who still do all this cooking. They love to cook. The issue is, if you love to do this, you love to do this. It doesn't have to be here or in Africa. There are girls here who love to cook. If you love to cook, you cook. And there are men who cook also, but doesn't mean, if the woman knows how to cook and loves to cook, it's added plus to the family, because there is something in Africa that says the family that eats together
stays together.
So
yes,
if you don't do these things, it affects the family one way or the other.
So do you have anything else you would like to add?
I think we are good. I think we had good discussions.
Yes, I've seen when we continue, we are going to start talking about why they bring them here. That's why but I forgot to mention one about people who just want to exploit Western countries and the whites. You know, the picture that we see on TV about the white people. They are romantic, you know, those movies, those Mexico soap operas. So they're just people who just want to come and exploit Europe and the whites. They are not even into this relationship or whatever you're doing. They just want to move and exploit the system.
Yeah, there's such stories also, but you know, it's sometimes it's very, very difficult to discern the motives of each person.
Yes.
Understand me? Because some people are very, very good at acting and playing in love.
Yes.
It's when you're into the reality and you people start seeing together that you start seeing some actions that you don't know, oh, okay, this is like this. And it can lead to be a deadly situation, especially in Europe here, whereby there's too much pressure on this person, on each of us already. There's too much pressure. So any added extra pressure from love story is really devastating. And we have seen where these things have led to several times. It has led to very, very devastating situations several times. So
what do you think about the long distance? Because before they move, before the whole process, this is going to be a long distance relationship.
It's a terrible thing.
Yes, and nobody wants to put themselves into this situation where you don't see your loved one for months.
Apart from that, it's a terrible thing because you don't know what that person is doing there. Because definitely, if you go to, most of the time you meet these girls when you probably go on holidays in Africa.
Yes.
And you never have enough time to get to know that person, to be able to trust that person. So no matter how you struggle to be, there's this thing in the back of your mind that, okay, I don't really know this person. There are moves they will make and you always misinterpret it, and then you're going through pains and then, you know, like you're almost unsure of what you're doing.
What you're getting yourself into.
You're almost unsure. So people should not mind those love story pictures that people post on Facebook and all those things and think everything's fine. There are backstories you don't know. So deal with your own story and don't work with other people's story. Yes,
and trust. When it comes to long distance relationship, it's very important to trust, especially the person.
But it's difficult. It's difficult to trust because you don't actually know this person. You don't actually know this person.
And that's an issue as well, Samson. That's an issue because you say to yourself, you don't know this person. Why do you want to marry her?
For 2 weeks. You go to Africa for 2 weeks or 1 month, and how do you know this person with that short time? No, you don't know this person.
Why do you want to marry her if you don't know her?
You went to Africa for 2 weeks, you cannot know that person.
That's why I'm asking.
we start telling ourselves it's love at first sight. No, I think what happened is the pressure of wanting to settle down.
Yeah.
It's the pressure of wanting to settle down that leads to that.
Yes.
You know, when you're in that pressure, you find one thing that you think you're attracted to, and you think, okay, I'm in love, and you want to go with it. But actually, it's the pressure of wanting to settle down that is driving everything.
Yes, and it's a big risk. I agree. It's all about risk. And like I said, love has no guarantee. So if you want to try, go out there, do it. Don't just think because someone else had a bad experience that you're going to have a bad experience. The thing is, the most important thing is when this person joins you, give them time to adjust to the system and to get to know each other, because you guys don't know each other
at all.
Yes, get to know each other again and learn to live with your both sides, because we all have two sides. We have a good side and a bad side. So yes, I think we should wind up, because I think we can talk here the whole day.
Yeah, I think we have it.
So guys, that's it from our side. I just want to send you somewhere. If you just finished watching this video now, let's go to Afrobees. That's Samson's channel. He has an
Afrobees Germany.
Afrobees Germany.
AFROBEESGERMANY. Afrobees Germany. One word together. And it's on YouTube.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe there as well. Watch his videos and stay a fan. Don't just go today, stay a fan, and let's grow together. Thank you so much, Samson, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And we hope we are going to see you again.
Definitely. I'm always here at your service.
Thank you so much.
I'll come to Hamburg one of these days with my cameras and I'll really sit you down, because of this online things are always having sound issues. So
yes. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you're watching up to this point, hey, may God bless you. And don't forget to subscribe as well. Like this video and leave a comment. If you have any question or something that you want to add, criticize this video, all those things. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.